Okay, your BoomTown import. This is going to be everybody that you want to add to your database that you're going to keep in contact with. Use the ultimate memory jogger that's within your training binder. Ask me for a copy of it. If you haven't yet seen it, I'll show you where to find that. And this is the format in which you need to gather up all the information so BoomTown can do a bulk import, get all these people in there labeled for you at one time. So all the columns above with required information are highlighted in yellow. First name, last name, email address, a day phone, a night phone, that can be the same number. We would love to have their address, although that will import without that. The average listing price and requested mortgage and favorites. This is going to be utilized only if you are importing this information from another CRM in which you are already gathering that information. Your description. This is a good place to put little notes that you might want to see at a glance. When you open this contact's profile, what you would see here is that John Smith owns an auto body shop and he wants to move to Kuna. That Jane Doe, you met her at church. Mickey Mouse wants to come to Boise. There's too much traffic in Anaheim. So the assigned agent column, that is also a required item, and that will be your name. And we just want to use your full name as it will appear in BoomTown. So ask me if you have any questions on that. The category, you're going to want to follow that campaign status and categories cheat sheet that we have supplied you also in the training system. And this is how they are coming in as far as the level of interest in which they're going to have. So be sure and utilize that campaign list for that. The lead type is that they're either a buyer, a seller, or a buy-sell, if you think that they'll be both. If you're not sure where to put them, you can default to buy-sell and then they'll get everything. The original source, if they're coming from your sphere, if they are your family, your friends, people that we would not otherwise have in our system unless they came from you, you'd list their source as sphere. Zillow is the way that you'll see them come in if we get them off of a Zillow website. You'll see various different sources throughout the database as you build this up. Your import is typically going to include everybody in your sphere unless you already have their original source that it came from elsewhere. If you want to have any other information in here, it will be combined and imported into a note in the contact's profile. So if you have their birthday, if you have a closing date from a prior closing, if you have a notes section that you want to fill in just so you can refer back to some information that you may have on them, you can certainly utilize that, as well as the description section is pretty small and it doesn't include a whole lot of information. Let me know if you have questions.